If you're not happy with the content you're creating with AI, there is a super simple process you can use that'll get you 100 times better results. Now, as a business owner, you already know content is the key to inbound leads, raising your rates, and creating opportunity. And the people who are winning at this right now are the people who have figured out how to leverage AI so they're not spending every minute glued to their laptop. So I personally cut my script writing time by 50% by doing this, and it saves me 3 to 6 hours a show. This is how I'm able to publish a long form video like this every week and keep up with my clients. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the full thing. Why you're having problems getting AI to co create with you, the practical solution that fixes it, and the exact steps you need to take to make this work for you. Once you understand how this works, I guarantee your content will dramatically improve. By the way, I'm Laura Zovelson, and this is the Gen Expert Show. I'm a serial founder, former professor of entrepreneurship, and award winning brand strategist. And I don't say anything on this show that I haven't tried, taught, and tested. All right, so there are 3 skill levels of co creating content with AI, and they directly translate into your quality of results. So, level one is how most professionals are doing it right now. You type a prompt into the chat window and you wait to see what comes back. Now, I know some of these prompts are very detailed, but the output you get is generally frustrating because the results are inconsistent and they have those telltale AI markers, word choices, phrasing, the M dashes that everyone gets all excited about. So the reason is that the tool that you're using, and it doesn't matter whether it's Claude or ChatGPT, has low context. So what does that mean? So the way AI works is that when you make a request, say, write me a LinkedIn post on the impact of AI on social media. What happens is that it goes out to its training model and it strings together a chain of words that are most likely to relate to that topic. And if it doesn't have any context, it just makes it up on its own. So just so we have a before and after comparison and you can see this work in real time, I made that exact request in Claude in incognito mode so it doesn't know anything about me. Because as you know, a lot of these models get a history with you if you use them a lot. So they might even know something about your business and they're going to use that to try to help fill in the blanks. But this is never going to be as effective as you explicitly giving it specific context related to the content that you're trying to create. So, what we need to do is bump that context slider up, and this is going to dramatically improve the quality of the content that it's helping you create. So, what we need to do to get to level two, where there's more context, is to create a Claude project or a custom GPT. Now, this is actually really easy to set up, I promise. It'll probably take you under an hour. And what it does is it holds relevant context for you. So, it's set up in advance every time you go to create content. You can think of it like being at lunch with two coworkers, one you've worked with for years and the other who started 2 months ago. And you say you have a call with Acme Corp. Now, your longtime friend knows the relationship with the client is rocky and is worried you might lose the account. And the new person says, Acme, what a cool company. My friend the coyote's always buying stuff from them. So basically, we're going to give AI the depth of knowledge about your business so it has the same insight as the longtime colleague. So let's talk about some reasons you might not want to do this. First, you're worried it's too technical, but I promise you it's not. We are going to set this up lean and mean, and we're only going to have to create 2 documents to get this thing up and running. You can add more later, but if you can create a Word doc or a Google Doc, you can do this. Two, you wonder if it's worth the effort if you don't really want AI to take over your voice. So let me be really clear that I am not advocating that you ever plug and chug with AI. For where we are today, you need to think of AI more as a co creator. But for every incremental advance in quality, that's less time you're spending editing and polishing and outlining. And as I said before, using projects over prompts has cut my writing time in half. So, what are these 2 documents I keep talking about? The first one is going to be a brand voice document, and the second one is going to be a best practices document for the kind of content that you're trying to create. So, whether that's a LinkedIn post or a newsletter or a YouTube script. So, let me show you what I mean. This is my brand voice document. I had Claude help me create this based on my YouTube transcripts, but you can create it with LinkedIn posts, with newsletters. If you have blogs, you can use those. Really, any sample of your writing that is focused on your audience. Now, your brand voice isn't going to change much over time, but the other document I really recommend is a best practices overview geared specifically for the kind of content that you're trying to create. So here's an example of one that I helped Perplexity help me build for LinkedIn posts. And it's really about going out there and gathering the information about what's working right now on the platform that you're creating content for. So to show you how easy this is, all I have to do is open a new Claude project and attach both of these. So then every time you want to create content, all you do is you go into the project and you give it the exact same prompt you gave it in the chat window. Please draft a LinkedIn post about the impact of AI on social media. And this time it already knows my brand voice and it knows what good looks like when it comes to writing LinkedIn posts. So I just want to show you a quick comparison of the two outputs. So you can see the one I did in incognito mode. And by the way, that's a screenshot because incognito mode doesn't save your work. It's really just about AI and it's an overview of what's happening with social media. So this doesn't have my voice in it at all. It doesn't have any opinions. It doesn't even relate to my business. Whereas if you go over here on the right, you can already see that it talks about a problem that I would notice that AI is turning linked into a sea of sameness, right? And so that's something that I actually talk about. And it's something more importantly that my offer, the be the go-to person in your niche, solves. And so it's a dramatic difference in what the AI is actually able to produce for me. So here's what you actually need to do. First, and I'm being serious about this, if you are not using a paid plan for at least one of the AI models, you're at level zero. If you are serious about leveraging AI to both simplify your business and amplify your brand, a paid account is just table stakes.
So as of right now, I've tested this with Claude, ChatGPT, and Gemini. And I personally am getting the best content results with Claude. So if I had to make a recommendation, I would say go ahead and sign up for your Anthropic account if you don't already have one and create a Claude project. So once you've got an AI set up to be a better co-creator with you, it's time to go out and start creating some content that's going to build your brand. And if you want to know what you're writing about that's working right now to attract clients, this is the video you need to watch next.